Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm here to talk about and review Batman Returns, and also I have a great guest, the same guy that helped me last time, Lee Christian, here to do a second opinion, and he does all the music for the video as well. Please check the description to find a link to his channel. Well, after the monstrous hit that was Batman, grossing $411 million, Tim Burton wasn't sure if he wanted to make a sequel, and actually went off to make Edward Scissorhands instead. Warner Brothers convinced him to come back by giving full autonomy over the project. Now, while Tim Burton was directing Edward Scissorhands for 20th Century Fox, Warner Brothers had Sam Hamm write up two versions of the Batman Returns script, while Bob Kane was brought back on as a creative consultant. Hamm's script had the Penguin and Catwoman going after hidden treasure. It wasn't until Tim Burton was fully on board to direct Batman Returns that he got Daniel Walters, the guy that worked on Heathers, to come help rewrite the script. He's the one that came up with the idea where the Penguin will run for mayor. And there's a few other cool things about Walters' scripts, which he did 5 of them, and all of them were different, but some of the scripts had Robin, and Robin was going to be played by Marlon Wayans. Yes, Marlon Wayans. The actor attended wardrobe fittings, but the director decided to push that to the 3rd movie. Michael Keaton returned after an increase in his salary to $10 million. Annette Bening was cast as Catwoman after Burton saw her performance in Drifters, but she dropped out due to her pregnancy. Also, Sean Young believed that the role should be hers. Young went to visit the production office in a homemade cat costume and demanded an audition, but Tim Burton ultimately went with Michelle Pfeiffer. Michelle Pfeiffer was paid $3 million and she got a small percentage of the film gross. Even though Danny DeVito was not actually cast as the Penguin at the time, the characters was specifically written for him. Speaking of the Penguin, here's a funny story from Danny DeVito about being the Penguin.
Spider monkey, and I had the suit on and I had all the gear where the monkey was coming to deliver a note to the Penguin from Batman. The monkey's up on a high staircase. The Penguin stuff, it would just kind of moves out, and drip down. They roll the cameras, they let the monkey go up top, wait for the monkey comes down, takes one look at me, and leaps at my balls. I saw, and the monkey is attached.
Animal rights groups started protesting the film after finding out that the penguins would be strapped with rockets on their backs. Richard Hill, the curator of the Penguins, explained that Warner Brothers was very helpful, making sure that the penguins were comfortable through filming. Batman Returns was released June 19, 1992. Here's some footage of the premiere. While we watch this, let's listen to Lee Christian's wicked music.
Don't kill me, man.
I'm not gonna kill you. I want you to tell all your friends about me.
Who are you?
I'm Dylan Tomasi.
Alright, well that's all I can really say about Batman Returns. There is a little bit of controversy involving McDonald's, but that's more of a Batman Forever review, so that'll be next year. But let's get to this review. Now, I think Batman Returns is one of the greatest, epic, sweetest movies that was ever put on the planet. You got great acting, incredible atmosphere, you got cool costumes, props, and location, a dark gothic plot with politics, intrigue, revenge, seduction. It also has a twisted love story, great action scenes. Batman kills people in this movie. This movie has it all. Now, one of my favorite things about this movie is the balance between villain and hero for screen time. I think Tim Burton and the editor did a great job on this. Michael Keaton, Michelle Pfeiffer, Danny DeVito, Christopher Walken, they all get their moment to shine. Tim Burton has a really unique way of seeing the world, especially at Christmas time. There are a lot of great scenes where you see the city being covered by fallen snow and the moon shining brightly above. Honestly, it just looks beautiful. The Batmobile also returns with a bunch of new tricks, and that vehicle looks awesome. But the thing I think of most when I think of Batman Returns is Danny Elfman's incredible music. It is so powerful and moving, it might as well be the 5th star of the movie. I remember when I was a kid, I saw this movie literally like 20 times in theaters, and I used to go a few times and just sit there with my eyes closed and just listen to the music and try to create my own action scene. Like, it is so perfect. So if I had to rate this masterpiece, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It is perfect. It is the greatest movie ever. It's the best. And that's my review of Batman Returns. But now let's ask Lee Christian of what he thinks of Batman Returns. Hey Lee, what do you think?
Hey Dylan, well, I love Batman Returns. Obviously I asked to be part of this review, so it'd be a bit weird if I then turned around and slagged it off. We recently went to see Batman, which, if anybody remembers, is my favourite film, and I gave it a 10 out of 10 on this very channel. Go and watch it if you haven't. So we went to see it recently at local cinema, and this is really the only film that could follow it, so we came home and watched this. And yeah, it's amazing. It's again one of my favourite ever films and one of the greatest sequels ever. And I would say, yeah, Keaton is my Batman. I absolutely love him in this. It's all in the eyes. And I love Danny DeVito's performance. Absolute landmark performance, like really great. His character is so sad as well, which is really good. And Walken's great. The set, scenery, the animals. The fact that it's a shade darker and weirder than the last Batman film, and yet it's a Christmas film, is amazing. And it's got so many interesting things to say about the surface and what lurks beneath it, and also duality, and nothing illustrates that better than Michelle Pfeiffer, who's absolutely iconic and amazing, and I absolutely love her. She's a complex feminist character in this, not a two-dimensional one, and everything's always so bleak, and I love it. Oblique, not bleak, by the way. Yeah, although there's bits of that as well. And yeah, so I would say the only thing that is a problem with this is not really that it's a bad soundtrack, because I love Danny Elfman's score and I love the song Face to Face by Susie and the Banshees, but more that there was less attention paid to the album side of this, which I liked about it. It's kind of like a James Bond thing where you have a good band do a good soundtrack. I kind of missed the fact that, you know, still there's Prince on the first one and then we just get like one pop song. So yeah, later on that was better addressed, unfortunately, for, let's just say, less rewarding films maybe, but you'll have to wait and find out for the next review. But anyway, so as to my grade, as to having the hard task of following Batman, which is my 10 out of 10, and having no Prince, I guess I'm gonna have to give it a 9.5 out of 10, which is still absolutely amazing. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, go and see it right now. And I'd just like to end by wishing D-Lats and all of you a Merry Christmas, a goodwill to all men and women.
Thank you, Lee, for your second opinion on Batman Returns and your help in this video with all this great music. Thank you. I'd like to thank everybody who watched this video, and please check out Lee's channel. You'll find the link in the description. He's an awesome guy and his music's really great. And speaking of really great music, Lee, you want to play us out? Have a nice day, everyone.
An unknown smile, hips say whiplash, lips say cash, never get the neck ache, potential death trap. Young girl, giving everything you got to the each and screaming. Ha ha ha! Wanna travel to a broadcast? Gotta listen to the hit. Go and shake that ass. Girl, you know you the shit. Honey kiss.